Okay guys, hi. I wanted to send some instructions and some advice for Unit 8. I hope everything's going well with you. An 8-week class just flies by. I know that's the case, but we will muddle through as best we can. I hope things are going well for you. Let me go through some instructions for this week, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, so my final comments on Unit 7 materials have been made. I'm going to move to Unit 8. So in other words, if you had posted a question or something under a discussion board on Unit 7, you got to repost it or send me an email. I believe I've responded to everything. To a few people who you did not see my comments in the discussion, I responded to them by email or through office hours Sunday night. So lots of materials are flowing back, hopefully as quickly as possible. First, your proposal is going to come back. About half of them are going back Monday, Tuesday morning. We'll try to get them all through by Tuesday. We'll see. And then everything else is going to go back. Your project is due Sunday. My grades are due Wednesday. So that means you have to get things in pretty quickly there. So don't forget we have an ethics discussion. This is an easy discussion. It's fun. There are a bunch of videos on here, and I ask you to take a look at a video and then describe it for your colleagues. And all the videos revolve around some very famous issues of ethical violations. And I'll be in on this discussion, and I'll talk a bit more about it. In the same line, we do something called the CITI certification. You should start this early in the week. It is not difficult. It's simple, but it will take an hour or an hour and a half. Now, a couple things about this certification. Read the instructions carefully. You have to do about, about 10 or 12 what they call modules, or little discussions, or little things that you read. If you are working on the CITI certification and it doesn't seem to end, you have taken a wrong path. You've gone into the wrong area. And so if you go to the right area, I believe there's only about 12 things to do. It takes about an hour. And if it's dragging on, then you've clicked the wrong button and you've gone into the wrong certification testing. Now with the CITI certification, this is graded pass-fail. You have to do it. It is due Sunday. You need to get like 75% score on the little quizzes to go on. So don't worry about trying to get 100% score on it. Don't worry about that. Just worry about getting through it. Move through it efficiently. Don't let it take more than an hour and a half of your life. It's very interesting, it's useful, it's worth a good hour or two of our time, and that's all. So please don't get tied down in that and let it take up too much of your time. We have other things going on this week. So I do ask you to talk a little bit about your views on research, and that's always interesting discussion as well. Remember, and so be sure to take part in that. Remember your project is due Sunday. My grades are due Wednesday. I said that already. Start that project. Start it right now. I'm going to post an extra optional discussion board for just general questions about the paper. So you have a place to go if there's general questions, and I'll keep a close eye on that. Look closely at my instructions from the final paper. I'll talk some on the boards about where I generally see errors, such as in incorrectly specified variables, poorly done sampling. There's no logical flow to the paper and no discussion of limitations. When I say logical flow, what I mean by this is that it all logically one thing follows another. So you say, here's what my research question, and that research question suggests here's what the sample is that you're going to need to examine, and here is the way that you're going to have to sample it. And so your research question and a clear focus to what you're doing sort of answers all these questions about what you're going to sample, what you're going to measure, and how you're going to approach your study. So generally speaking, this week I will try as hard as I can to look briefly over short sections of your paper, and certainly to answer questions. I will do that through Friday. I do this for a variety of reasons. I talked elsewhere about this, but beginning midnight Friday, I'm around to answer questions, but I cannot read materials. I will already be grading papers, some papers that are turned in early. So please, we're working during the week now. I do encourage you to look ahead as you approach your final project, which is in COM 735 and then COM 744. You're going to have to do a much larger project. I'm happy to help, so you can get back in touch with me in 6 months or a year when that time rolls around. Please do the course evaluation. After the grades are posted, I very strongly encourage students to email me or to get in touch with any comments you have about the course. We are still learning how to do this right. Whether you liked videos, didn't like assignments, didn't like discussions, what you liked and didn't like, anything you can offer is always interesting and worthwhile. And so please feel free to do that. I encourage you all to get on LinkedIn. Once you do so, you can connect up with me and I can invite you to the PC discussion group, which is basically job postings. We post jobs. We have almost 1,800 AU friends and alumni on there. It's an active discussion group. Again, it's for jobs. It's for people earlier in their careers. I highly recommend it. Really want to encourage you to get involved with LinkedIn. And I wish you all the very best both this week and throughout your program. Okay, so good luck and stay in touch this week.